But I'd also like to show you, give a shout out to Distracted Me because she got me this beautiful, look at this, I'm going to show this to you today. Well, she gave me a gift certificate and I bought this beautiful human body atlas. It is absolutely, the pictures are stunning. So what I'm going to do for today's Ask a Nurse is I'm going to go through this book for 15 minutes. I hope YouTube doesn't strike it for nudity. So I don't know, we'll see. I may have to take it down, but it is educational. So let's look through this beautiful book, shall we? Because it's just too pretty to not acknowledge Distracted Me for the gift certificate, but this book is stunning. So let's look through it. Do you have a medical concern or perhaps a question or a situation that you think a retired nurse could help you with? Email me to the email you see on your screen. If you want to be anonymous, please let me know in the email and I'll see what I can do. I mean, look at that beautiful piece of artwork. Okay, let's look through the book. It's very nicely done. The Human Body Atlas, that's the muscles in our body. Beautiful picture. Look how colorful the heart is. Look at that beautiful heart. That's what the heart actually looks like. And for those of you who don't know how big your heart is, make a fist, put it up against your chest, and that's the size of your heart, no matter who you are. Big, small, tall, fat, short, little, child, adult. Make a fist, that's the size of your heart. Did you also know that the heart beats 115,000 times a day? And what else do I know about the heart? It pumps 2,000 gallons of blood a day. That's, what else do I know? I think that's all the interesting facts. Look at that. Here's a beautiful picture of the brain. Now our brain sends us information. Synapses or neurons sends information from our brain to each cell in our body, like little electrical impulses, and that electrical impulse in our brain can travel, did you know this? 268 miles an hour. That electrical impulse that our brain produces, 268 miles an hour. The other thing is, did you know that our brain is 60% fat? Right? 60% fat. So I must be really smart because I'm very fat. No, that's not the way it works. But yes, our brain is 60% fat and it's not fully developed until the age of 25. That's a beautiful color of the brain, isn't it? I mean, beautiful drawing, isn't it? Look how beautiful the body is. Just beautiful rendition. Okay, look at that. Here's all the body systems, the lymphatic system, the circulatory system. Let's keep looking at the pictures. Annie, turn the page. Okay, this is the body systems. This is the way we learn in medical school, in my case, nursing. We break the body down into systems because the body is so vast. You have your nervous system, your circulatory system, your skeletal system, muscular system. We break it down into systems, and we learn the body that way, one at a time, one system at a time, and then we put it all together like a puzzle. That's why you have doctors and nurses specialize in each system. Anyway, let's keep looking at the pictures. Skeletal system. Did you know that there is 206 muscles? Sorry, 206 bones in our body. 206. Okay, beautiful images. Here's our spine, our rib cage, our skull, our leg muscle. Sorry, I keep saying muscle. Bone, femur. Look at that. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pictures. Here's the muscular system. Look at that beautiful picture. Look at that. Triceps, biceps, trapezius. Listen, how many muscles do we have in our body? Did you know we had 600 muscles in our body? 600 muscles. Amazing. Little muscles, big muscles, smooth muscles, skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles. Muscles are broken down into 3 different types of muscles: cardiac, skeletal, and smooth. There's the nervous system. There's a nice little picture of the brain here. This is frontal lobe. Just amazing. Look at the nerves. Did you know there's 7 trillion nerves in our body? 7 trillion nerves. And some people manage to get on my every last one. But anyway, this is the frontal lobe. What is the frontal lobe? The purple part. What is the frontal lobe responsible for? Our thought processes, problem solving, reasoning, our emotions. This is the temporal lobe, the blue part. This is responsible for our auditory or speech. What is this purple? Occipital lobe. This is our sight. The purple part, the pink part is our sight. This is our spinal cord here. So this is the back of the brain, believe it or not. So your occipital is in charge of vision. Did I say speech? It's vision, occipital, vision. And you see that green part there? That's our parietal lobe. That's responsible for our feelings of pain, touch, perception. The brain is just amazing. Look at that. Then you got your reflexes. Look at that pretty picture. Our spinal cord and our reflexes. Amazing. Isn't that neat? But 7 trillion nerves. 7 trillion nerves. Now, this is the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic means, it's basically divided into 2 sections, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. The sympathetic is our fight or flight response, where, the body says, shit, I got to get out of here, or sit still, it's the protection. The parasympathetic is the part of the autonomic nervous system that rejuvenates the body. The parasympathetic is most active when we're sleeping. So, this is our autonomic nervous system. Sympathetic and parasympathetic. The circulatory system. God. Very important. Arteries and veins. Did you know that there's 20 main arteries in the body? 20 main arteries, like the aorta, just 20 main ones. And as far as veins goes, there's 34 main veins in our body. 20 main arteries, 34 main veins. This is the lymphatic system, guys. Now, the lymphatic system is in charge of our immune system. right? This is like when you get a sore throat. Okay, here's a lymph node. You see how well I'm gonna tell you. When you get a sore throat, your lymph node might swell up. That's just telling you that you're getting sick, right? The lymphatic system has a lot to do with our immune system. Look at those beautiful pictures. Oops, this looks like lungs. No, they're still talking about the lymphatic system. Beautiful. Here's the digestive system. Look at that. This is our gallbladder. No, that's our stomach. This is our intestines. Did you know? Look at that beautiful picture. Did you know? Here's the intestines here. Did you know that there's 25 feet of intestines? 25 feet. Here's a nice picture of the liver. Here's a nice picture of the pancreas. The pancreas produces insulin. 25 feet of intestines. When we eat food, the food goes through 25 feet of intestines before we poop it out. Amazing. Here's the respiratory system. What can I tell you about the respiratory system? We have 5 lobes, 2 lungs, but 3 lobes on the right and 2 lobes on the left. There's only 2 lobes on the left because God needed to leave room for the heart. Now, did you know that in our lungs we have little air sacs? Let me see. Little air sacs, alveoli. See that? See those holes? We have 300 million air sacs in our lungs. These little holes that exchanges oxygen and carbon dioxide. 300 million air sacs in our lungs. Amazing, huh? Here's the urinary system. You can live without a kidney. This is the male urinary system. This is the female urinary system. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Each day the kidneys process and filter gallons of blood through more than 2 million nephrons. We have 2 million nephrons. Wow. Amazing. Here's the male reproductive system. Amazing, isn't it? Did you know that when a man ejaculates, when a male ejaculates, they ejaculate about a teaspoon of, cum every time they ejaculate? And did you know that there are 100 million sperm in each milliliter? So a male ejaculates 3 milliliters, about a teaspoon of cum when he comes, and in that cum there's 3 million. 3 million. So do the math. 9 million sperm every time a male ejaculates, and only 1 sperm is lucky enough to get to the ovary. Isn't that amazing? 9 million sperm, and only 1 sperm, 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or however many babies the female has. This is the female reproductive system. This is an ovary. There's the uterus. I'm telling you guys, the human body is amazing. Okay, now here's the endocrine system. We all know about our thyroid and our parathyroid. If it's overreactive, you're going to be skinny. If it's not active enough, you're going to be fat, right? Or a little heavier. That's because of the thyroid. Here we have the pituitary. Amazing, isn't it? Okay, here's the integumentary system. The integumentary system is just a fancy name for hair, nails, and skin. What can I tell you about the integument? One thing I remember is we shed, what is it, like a pound and a half, 1.5 pounds of dead skin a day. That's amazing. So see, in order to learn the human body, we break it down into systems like that. And then it goes even further. I'm just going to flip through and show you the pictures. Here's the head. Nice view of the skull. Here's a nice rendition, drawing. Skull. Amazing. Nice drawing of the brain. The skull holds the brain, as you know. This is the brain stem lateral view. This book is just full of nice looking pictures. Here's the beautiful picture of the brain again. Remember what I told you, pop quiz. Frontal lobe. What is that responsible for? Our reasoning, our thought process, our ability to, our emotions, right? Temporal, auditory, right? Occipital is our visual senses and our balance, And parietal lobe, what is that? Feelings of pain, touch, special perception. That's why it's so important to have color. It's so important to learn in color. Just beautiful picture, isn't it? It's just dissecting it. Talking about the senses. And that's something. Look at that beautiful picture. Look at it. Look at it. Beautiful. The Bible says we are beautifully and wonderfully made in the image of God. Look at the beauty. Look at the beauty. Beautiful eyeball. We are beautiful and wonderfully made. Look at the intricacies. Look at all the blood vessels and veins running through the eyeball. Look at that. Lots of stuff to know about the eyeball, I'll tell you that. I mean, this book tells you everything. Look at this beautiful. Look at our hearing. Look at the ear. Look how fascinating that is and how intricate that is. How much goes into the ear. Just amazing. Still talking about hearing and how our audio helps with our sense of balance. Our nose, our mouth, our teeth. Reminds me I need to go to the dentist. Look at our tongue. Let me see if I can remember. Let me turn the page. I think they have. Uh, let's see. Sweet is in the front. I think they have it. Here we go. Okay. The front of our tongue is sweet, and then on the sides, both sides, it's like symmetrical here. Um, Sweet, salt, sour, bitter. Sweet, salt, sour, bitter. Sweet, salt, sour, bitter. Amazing. Ooh, look at those beautiful pictures. Did you know the coordinated movement of 72 muscles are involved in the production of speech? 72 muscles just to speak. And some of us are going to waste it on drama and being mean to each other. Look at this beautiful picture. Look at all the muscles in the neck. The trapezius muscle and the sternocleidomastoid, the sternocleidomastoid, the sternocleidomastoid muscle are the two largest muscles in the body. Here's the trapezius, and then the muscle coming from our ear to our sternum, to the beginning of our chest. The sternocleidomastoid muscle are the two largest muscles in our body. The medical words are very hard to pronounce, some of them. Here's your spine. Amazing, isn't it? Look at the pictures in this book. It's amazing. So much to read, so much to look at. Here's our parathyroid and our thyroid. Here's your trunk. Here's your back muscles. For those of you who have back pain, look how intricate all those muscles are in our back. Beautiful pictures. Pectoral muscles. See, and then they dissect it. I can even learn more about our vertebrae. You know, this book was only $13 on Amazon, but the paperback was like $79. I don't get it. I mean, it should be the opposite. Okay, now this is what I hope, YouTube sees as educational. I always joke around and say my nipples are getting hard. Well, the reason, okay, so, guys, here's your nipple, okay? You know the little bumps around your nipple is called the areola? And if you look at your areola, the brown part of around your nipple, there's little bumps on the areola. Well, you know what that does? That produces oil so that your nipple doesn't get, dried out. The areola, the brown part of your breast, produces oil so your nipple doesn't get dried out. And that's in a male and female. For those of you who, I think somebody asked me that one time. Not sure. Oh, and I'll tell you something else. I don't need to tell you that your nipple is very erogenous. I think we know that. The back behind your ear can be very erogenous. Somebody rubbing your hands through your hair is very erogenous. So if you see somebody, subconsciously rubbing their hands through their hair in front of you, they might be excited to see you. So, just little things. Little things are good to know. Picture of the lung. Like I said, we have 200. Well, how many air sacs did I say we had? 300 million? Yeah. 300 million air sacs in the lungs. But because we have those air sacs, we have that many air sacs, 300 million. That's why some people, their lungs collapse uh, because they have that many air sacs. And so when people get sick, sometimes their lungs collapse because our lungs are really full of air, oxygen, huh? What am I looking at here? I guess I'm looking at a lateral section of the lungs, maybe. Is that the diaphragm? Yeah, this is part of the diaphragm. I don't know, this book is just so cool. Oh, look at this beautiful. Ah, the abdomen. Here we go. Here's your gallbladder, stomach, intestines, 25 feet of intestines. This is our pancreas here. Amazing. Look at the beautiful muscles. All those muscles holding in the abdomen. Isn't that a pretty book? There's your stomach. When the doctor has to remove, you get a, well, maybe I won't talk about that. Just keep moving on. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Beautiful liver. Beautiful gallbladder with all the blood vessels going to that gallbladder. We can live without our gallbladder. Beautiful. Well, now the pancreas isn't so beautiful, is it? It produces insulin. Here's our adrenal glands. Liver. Oh, no, spleen. Spleen. Urinary and reproductive organs. I told you about that. 9 million sperm per ejaculation. Amazing. And only one sperm makes it if you have one child. Isn't that amazing? It's the kidneys. There's the male bladder. The male reproductive organ. The male, we don't have a bone here in the penis. So, and when a guy takes Viagra, all Viagra does is open even a female, because they make Viagra for females, all it does is vasodilate your veins. See here, the blue part here is the veins. It vasodilates our veins and arteries, and all the blood rushes to the penis and gives that guy an erection, gives the male an erection, just because the Viagra vasodilates the arteries and veins, and It gives them a hard on. Same with the female. Is this the... Oh, we're still talking about the sperm here. Looks like a snake, doesn't it? That's what guys are, snakes. No, just kidding. Here's the female reproductive system. Amazing. Here we'll learn all about our menstrual cycle, which we won't go through. I'll just show you the picture. But yeah, it just vasodilates and all the blood rushes and you get a hard on or you get excited. That's how Viagra works, or Cialis, any of those things. Look at all the muscles in our arm and shoulder. Amazing. Upper arm, bone. This is the ulna. Look at the elbow, or we call that the antecubital space. This is where we get your blood most of the time. In your upper forearm. Let me see if they show blood vessels. Did I miss that where they show blood vessels? Look at the hand. Look how intricate your hands are. The phalanges. See? Now that's a wrist. They didn't show the blood vessels. Here's the hips, leg, and feet. Huh. They didn't show blood vessels. Well, that's okay. I'll find them. When I go to draw your blood, I'll find your blood vessel. There's your foot. Each foot contains 26 bones, 33 joints, 107 ligaments, and 19 muscles. Wow. The skin on the sole of the foot is much thicker than elsewhere on the body, and there are 125,000 sweat glands on each foot. Alright, so those of you who have stinky feet, that's because there's 125,000 sweat glands on your foot. Okay, I'm not sure. Well, like I said, I hope YouTube doesn't. And then this just talks about fertility. Okay, this is fetal brain development. Okay, I guess I'll stop it here because, you know, YouTube might not like this. Alright, guys, so that's the Human Body Atlas. We could go on for hours, but we'll stop it here. Again, thank you, Distracted Me, for the gift certificate because I bought this wonderful Human Body Atlas. And guys, I'll see you in the next video.